Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today it's another day we having a continuation of the Arabic lesson, but we're not gonna have an Arabic lesson as usual. Today we're gonna have something special, which is some sort of an introduction of myself to you and how I started dealing with Arabic language. Basically, the theme of today is just me to introduce myself to you, and the theme is how I became a Muslim, because basically I'm a convert. Initially, I was a Christian and I come from a Christian background. I grew up in a Christian home, and afterwards, I embraced Islam. So it's going to be a little bit of some series on how I became a Muslim. But firstly, I would love to keep this as a preamble that I lived in a neighborhood, and that neighborhood consisted of Black Africans, Europeans, colors, and the Indians. Then after some time that there was a situation, there was a mosque and there was a Hindu hall and a Hindu temple in the same neighborhood, but the mosque was closed for a longer period of time. And then afterwards, that mosque got opened, and when it was reopened, what happened was they had to make a call for prayer, which is known as adhan. And adhan in Arabic language it means a call. So there was that call to prayer, and it was made for the first time whilst we were living in that neighborhood. And the moment I heard that call, I was very touched to that call. So I had to climb up on top of the waffles, which is our waffles, and then I had to peep through in a mosque, which was just three houses, 3 blocks from our house. And afterwards, I saw a person known as mu'adhin. Mu'adhin in Arabic language it means a person that is making the call. So I saw the person with his hands towards his ears, and then he's saying Allahu Akbar, which means God is great, God is great. And then he carried on making the entire call of prayer as it is known in the Muslim faith. So when I heard that and I climbed on top and looked at him, I watched him until he finished. It was so melodious and it's so beautiful. It was very touching to me that I had to go down the fence, and afterwards I ran to the mosque. So when I ran to the mosque, I had to stand outside the orphans, which is standing outside the gate of the mosque, because there was the orphans and a gate. So the gate was wide open, luckily enough. So I stood outside the gate because I couldn't go into that fence, since they don't know me. I'm not part of the Muslim community. So I had to stick around outside. I looked at the person until he finished. When he turned around, he saw me. He saw a little boy looking at him, and then he asked me, "What do you want? Can we help you?" Then I said, "No, I'm just so astonished at what you're doing, because you are like screaming, you're like crying, you're like singing. I don't know exactly what you're doing. So could you enlighten me of what exactly you're doing?" Then afterwards, he called me and he said, "Come here." Then entered the uh, I entered the vicinity. Then I sat with him, and then there was that introduction of who he was and what exactly he was doing. He was calling people to come and pray. And then I told him, "I really admire what you're doing. Could I also start doing like you're doing it?" And then I asked him, "Could you teach me how to sing that melodious song?" Then he told me, "It's not a problem. I can teach you how to do that." And after some time, I started going to him. I got an appointment, and then I started going to him, and he started teaching me how to make that call to prayer. So that's basically how I started doing this Arabic stuff. And then from there, we carried on learning other things which are Arabic alphabetical order, of which it's a topic for another day. So if you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing, give us a like, and click the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I throw a new video. So basically, these are a few Arabic vocabularies that I've put into this preamble. That basically the theme is I want to introduce myself to you on how I became a Muslim. And that's basically how I became a Muslim. It was a call of prayer that dragged me from my house and took me to the mosque. And then from there, it's a story of another day, and then I'll give it a continuation in the next lesson and in the next theme that we're going to have. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.